going on, guys? Welcome to Powell Music. Be sure to like, subscribe here on the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when these episodes are coming out. Definitely would appreciate that. And it appears that the Foo Fighters are going to be releasing a new album this year. Obviously, they are, you know, and the rest of the world really still mourning the death of Taylor Hawkins, their drummer, that recently passed away. And it seems like the album is very much going to be catering to, you know, just really them kind of pushing through it, those emotions there. Just released that the album will be out June 2nd, and it's titled But Here We Are, and the first single is Rescued. Haven't listened to that song yet. I'm going to be doing a preview or just my thoughts on that song, and as we build towards this, I've always been a big Foo Fighters fan. You know, Forever Young, obviously. Forever Young. I'm not sure if that's the right song that I'm thinking about. But There Goes My Hero. That's my favorite Foo Fighters song. Definitely one of my favorite rock songs too. I just think that progression is pretty impactful. You've seen it in a multitude of films in the 90s and whatnot, early 2000s even. But it's going to be a 10-song album, it appears. Emotional gamut from rage to sorrow, serenity, acceptance, myriad points in between. And that is the music that I do want to hear, interested in hearing. And obviously, you know, they're coping with real stuff, right? These are real things. And sadly, you know, music has always been a very powerful coping mechanism, you know, when it comes to being depressed or going through something very difficult. Music's always been a huge proponent of kind of channeling these emotions, you know what I mean? I tend to think, it's a slight tangent, I tend to think about, you know, Jimi Hendrix. A lot of his music was sad. A lot of his music was was not about happy things. I mean, I would think one of the happiest songs is like Foxy Lady and Fire, right? But I mean, Castles Made of Sand, Manic Depression, you know, a lot of those songs, you know, I mean, I would probably say that, what's the other one I'm thinking? Voodoo Shot. I don't think that's a sad song per se, but a lot of his songs, they're about things that are, you know, they're sad, which is, you know, but, I mean, you're hearing that raw emotion, you know what I mean? You hear that raw emotion and that genuineness. I think the genuineness is really the biggest proponent. So to see, to hear, I should say, that the Foo Fighters are working on an album, 10-song album, you know, songs all around this, you know, I think it is a brave thing in a sense too, because I think any other person would just like not really want to work on anything creatively and in a productive manner. You know, these guys are making songs, you know, they're not just like, I don't want to shit on poems, but it's not something where songs take a lot of effort, a lot of time. You're practicing these songs, so that constantly is a hit, right? On the J-Powell Network, I do the 440 Guitar Podcast as well, and I've talked about before, talking about how, you know, artists, they tend to want to promote their most recent work, excuse me, because their previous work, sorry, God damn it, they want to promote their most recent work because their previous work is something where they're going through something, or they don't think the same way that they did before, and they want to represent their most true current self right in front of them, their most recent work. So that's one of the things I realize when I do interview folks. They want to talk about their recent work, obviously from a marketing perspective, but if you have someone who hasn't released anything in a long time, typically they want to release their top of the most recent work, not like their first, second, third album or whatever the case may be, for the most part. That's what I've realized. Interesting pattern. But nevertheless, I'm excited about this. I'm excited to hear the music. Obviously, you know, everyone's still, you know, mourning the passing of Taylor Hawkins. But looking forward to the music that they're sharing with us, you know, in these tragic, you know, moments. At times, rather, but I will, I will be listening, and I will be listening to this single that they released, Rescue. So there'll be a separate video about that and talking about that song and how we feel and everything. But nevertheless, J-Powell Music, be sure to like, subscribe to the channel, with the notification bell so you know when these episodes are available. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next video.